Hey guys, welcome back to Loft Sports. It's Tyler coming at you with the Duke Notre Dame review. Notre Dame goes on the road to Durham in the cold, finds a way to win in dominating fashion. Pretty much what I expected. Notre Dame came out, we were the better team, we took care of business, and we did not let an inferior team, talent-wise, hang around and give us stress. So good job for our guys to go out and take care of business. I was fortunate enough to actually be at this game. For those of you who don't know, I live in North Carolina. Durham's only about an hour and change up the road. Seth and I went up there, fought the cold, had really good seats, watched the game, saw a lot of things in person. As you guys know, when you go to the actual games and you see things in person, you get to see a lot more than what you can just see on your television screen. Impressed with the win, but it was still a little bit sloppy. There's still some things that I'd like to see improve. Yeah, we won by 31 points, and some people will say, well, you don't want to get carried away. You know, the backups were in early in the fourth quarter. What else do you want? There are some things I think we can still take away from this, even though we didn't quite play down to Duke's caliber. It was a good win overall, but I'm going to get to my takeaways next. So my first takeaway from the game Saturday night, this team still has some fight. I was a little worried during the Virginia Tech game that Notre Dame was kind of packing it in. Maybe guys were starting to think maybe about their individual futures. The way we played in the second half of the Virginia Tech game really scared me. There's still a lot at stake. We were able to come back and win that game. This game, from start to finish, we had energy. Our guys were jumping up and down on the sideline despite the freezing cold. They looked like they wanted to be there, which was very different from the second half of the Virginia Tech game and at any point in the Michigan game a few weeks ago, so that was good to see. Second, this offensive line is still not getting a push. Duke was vastly undersized, and I saw it in person again. They just don't have a lot of size up front, and we still weren't able to get a very good push. Yeah, we had a couple of nice runs there. Book had a couple of nice runs, even though that's not his forte, but we can't line up in short yardage situations and win games in a phone booth, and that concerns me if we do make it to a bowl game and play a really high caliber opponent. You've got to be able to run the football when everybody and their mother knows you need to run the football, and we still can't do that even against a team like Duke. It's a little worrisome. And then Book's timing is off. In the passing game, I saw a few throws on Saturday. In person, the receiver was open, and I sat in the Notre Dame section. Granted, 75% of the stadium was Notre Dame fans, but we were in the true Notre Dame section right behind the Irish bench, and you could hear people in the crowd saying, "Throw it, he's open, now." And then it was one Mississippi, two Mississippi later, Book's throwing it, and then the guys there in coverage. Several out routes where Ian just doesn't look confident. He's not stepping into his throws. He just doesn't look like he has the confidence in himself to make the play, and the play's there. Guys are open. These teams cannot cover Chase Claypool. They cannot cover Cole Kmet. Chris Fink is getting open on out routes and slot routes across the middle. Teams cannot cover our skill guys. Even Georgia had trouble covering, and Michigan for that matter, had covering our skill guys, had issues with it. This team has talent. I'm just worried that Book is still the holdup and the timing is still an issue even though we're in the latter part of the season. So those are my big takeaways. Next up, we got Navy. Always a tough game. This time we don't have a bye week. Typically our bye week falls before the Navy game, so we have an extra week to get ready. Navy's good this year. They're ranked in the top 25, probably be ranked in the playoff committee's poll tomorrow. I think they're 7-1, so it should be a heck of a matchup. I'll have my preview video on that later this week. This is Tyler for Loft Sports signing off. Go Irish.